Greetings. Today, the moon goes into Virgo. And so we begin the energy of the Virgo eclipse. Not that it hasn't already begun, because we feel eclipses for days to weeks to even months before and after they happen. So they're significant energies, they're significant moments in time where things are a little bit more activated and the possibility for shift is heightened. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Monday, March 2nd, and the full moon, which is a lunar eclipse in Virgo, is exact on Tuesday, 3:37 a.m. Pacific time. So today, the moon goes into Virgo. Monday, the moon goes into Virgo at about 4:33 a.m. Pacific time. So just under 24 hours later is the exact full moon and solar lunar eclipse. So also this morning, Monday morning, we have Mars going from Aquarius into Pisces, which I talked about in depth in my video yesterday, where I also talked in depth about the energy of this week's eclipse. So with the shift of the moon into Virgo, we have the mood, the vibe today starting to really get serious and get shifting from that Leo energy, right? Leo is more playful, more fun, more expressive. It's about movement and sharing and how we shine and just move our energy, if not our bodies. And so once the moon goes into Virgo, it's like time to get serious, time to um, really begin to focus on implementation and what does it look like to make things happen. So Virgo energy is very tangible. It's very hands-on. So I gave the example in yesterday's video of the potter and a pottery wheel and taking a lump of clay and turning it into something beautiful and useful, like, a beautiful teacup or whatever, right? A bowl, whatever you want to create in your mind with that pottery. But we can also just see that as the energy of how that lump of clay does not become anything without you doing something to it, without you shaping it, getting your hands on it, making choices, putting your effort, your intention, your willing. So it's like a combination of control, right? And there's a certain element of control, like you have to learn the technique to control the clay. And that's true with Virgo energy in general. It is also true that you have to some degree, let the clay speak to you, right? So you have to respond to the properties of the clay, the behavior of the material you're working with, the spirit, the intention of the material, right? So whether it's animate or not, it still has properties that you have to work with. So that Virgo energy is what we move into today. And with the energy of Mars shifting into Pisces, and we already have the Sun and Mercury and Venus in Pisces. So we have this, the energy of reorienting, of letting go, of connecting with a bigger picture and reorienting ourselves. So whatever direction you thought you were going in, the fog rolls in. You can't see the signposts anymore. You can't see the side of the road anymore. Right? You thought you were going on your merry way down that road, and all of a sudden, or maybe not so suddenly, maybe it happens over time, you sort of lose the ways that you orient yourself. Where are the boundaries exactly? where is the thing that tells me how to get where I'm going, right? Where it's obscured, where did it go? So what happens in that Piscean fog is we have to orient using a different set of instructions. So like a moral compass, right? Like a bigger picture of guidance, something that helps us to know what direction to go when we can't see the edge of the road. So navigating by the stars is a great example of how sailors at sea before there was modern technology, right? They literally had to use those stars to orient them. They had to connect with a bigger picture to see which way to go and where the sky in itself was telling them to how to choose directions. So so if you're navigating using your GPS technology and your battery dies, what are you going to do, right? There's something else that needs to speak to you, and in many cases that's simply connecting with our heart. What is your heart telling you? What is your intuition telling you? So these are just ideas that I actually talked about yesterday, but maybe I'm filling them out a little bit more with some more detail, some more imagery. So we want to think about today and the Virgo moon, earth moon energy. It's an opportunity to focus on the practical and what's important to you that you want to improve upon, fix, repair, maintain, or create. That requires a lot of detail. So if you've ever done any kind of craft, knitting, sewing, bricklaying, anything like that, that you're creating something big with a gazillion tiny details. So that's the energy. It's like, and it matters. Your attention to the details matters in the final product. If you just are laying bricks for a house or a giant cathedral, whatever it is, if you do it in a sloppy way, you end up with a sloppy looking house and maybe one that doesn't last quite so long. But if every single brick gets your full focus, your full attention, your care, your patience, your willingness to say, I did that one wrong. Let me start over. Let me go back and get it right. That is Virgo energy. And then of course, when you take that time and that attention to detail, your final product of whatever it is you're working on is better and is closer to the divine. It is more able as an art to reflect that bigger picture of how the divine is speaking through you. And that is the Virgo Pisces dynamic, which of course we have very highlighted with this lunar eclipse, with the moon in Virgo opposite the sun in Pisces and these other Pisces planets. So just look at whatever it is that is happening in your day, whatever it is you are working on in your life, whatever you want to bring to fruition, whatever you care about, and see where your attention to detail can be something you focus on. And that could help align you with your own bigger spiritual picture, your guidance, right? You're navigating by the stars or your heart or whatever that bigger picture is that might be speaking to you. Do that as you are getting hands-on, as you are focusing on what is tangible, what you are shaping, what you are fixing or improving on. Whatever it is, the care and focus that you put into it is going to, especially around this eclipse, really pay off. So those are my thoughts for today. Thank you for being here. And if you haven't yet, go check out transformationalastrology.com. The latest interview with Vanessa Guy is available, and just so beautiful, so deep, so authentic, and so powerful. And just, it's simple and it's beautiful. So just like all of the speakers, they're the whole series just blows me away. So I hope you enjoy it. And you can see all 12 now speakers available at transformationalastrology.com. Let me know what you like. I would love to hear from you. And be sure to grab a free account at transformationalastrology.com. And that will help you be informed of future events. You'll be the first to know. And if you are able to upgrade to a paid account and support this work, it is deeply, deeply appreciated. Thanks for being here and subscribing to this YouTube channel if you enjoy these daily videos that I do, giving you the astro vibe of each day, the unshakable self-care that astrology offers us a peek into. And thanks for being here. I will see you next time.